Got a Bazaar and a Hollow one. Ready, set, go. We also have a Vigor and a Once Upon a Time and a Squee and a Strip Mine. It's a nice hand. It's a nice hand. Don't hate this one. Fetch's Island. There's a possibility I want a Once Upon on their turn so I can't get negated. Let's yield until end step instead. Unless they start playing Moxen, then we might need a Vigor. It's a little hard to tell what they're on. Could still get forced, which is fine. I got forced. Pitching Narset. I'm gonna keep the probe in my hand in case I draw a blue card. I'd like to have force if possible. Found a blue card, so Squee. Stone Coil Once Upon a Time. I think I'd rather have this Strip Mine than have an active Vigor right now. Oh, that's not a fort. I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was a Force of Will. It was not a Force of Will. Demonic Tutor Yogwell. All right, we're not in a bad spot for that. Oh, look, see, there's the Force. Oh man, can't make this shit up. So if we counter demonic and then strip mine them, they're pretty far off of Yogwelling. And even if they were Yogwelling, they don't have something to get. Like, I don't want them to like get an ancestral here, right? And then have that go to their graveyard. So I would rather just force this. We get back our Squee, which is great. We're turning our Bazaar from card disadvantage into Faithless Looting, and now it's card advantage. And we're... Jesus Christ. I mean, we have to strip mine this turn. I might hold the hollow one so that I have... Well, I have double Squee. I probably don't need to hold the hollow one. I don't know, that doesn't exactly help me find two creatures to play. I don't think we need to hold it. I think I'm still supposed to strip mine their black source though, right? They could have drawn Gush. That would have been fine, I guess. Okay, so we got 8 power. If we bring back our Vengevine, we're 1 short, but they have to use their fetch land. So if we bring back our Vengevine, it's lethal. This is a pretty strong hand. Ooh, they have like a Lavinia to block. Time Walk, okay. Not bad. So they have Yogwill and 2 unknowns after they draw. If they hit Lotus, they might win this game. Alright, so we're just looking for 2 creatures to bring back a lethal Vengevine. Creature? Nope. 2 creatures? 1 creature. Alright, I'm gonna hold it for Force of Vigor. And unfortunately, we don't have another blue card, but... Could have swords here, I guess, depending on what deck they are. It looks like they're PO, but it's a little hard to tell. 3 cards in a Yogwill. What do you got, opponent? Ruby. Special Ruby, huh? Not normal, right? Fairy. Bounce a hollow one, you're still dead. Probably bounces the ruby then. Alright, sure. Bounces a hollow one, you're still dead. I could have forced this ruby in response to the Teferi. Doesn't seem very good though. This is also 2 creatures to bring back Vengevine, so even if they like played Tundra Swords here, this is still lethal. So, well, I guess it's not because I can't cast the Root Walla because of Teferi. Interesting. Anyways, they're dead. So I think they're on PO. We definitely want to keep Chalice. I do want to bring in the Vigor. I want to bring in Caracas for Lavinia, I would assume. Maybe you want Maze for like Blightsteel and Sprite Dragon? I don't know. Seems like kind of reasonable to me. In this matchup, you're probably like boarding out Riftstone Portal. Maybe you're boarding out. I don't really want to board out a Once Upon a Time because I want to keep my green count high. Definitely don't want Surgical against PO. It's just not good enough. Is Andy still around? I'm not sure. I think this makes sense so far. I don't want to like go overboard. Like the Maze might be too much, but I think the Caracas and the Vigor make sense against Lavinia and obviously all their artifacts. We don't need Riftstone because they shouldn't be like wastelanding us or tabernacling us. They might still have one tabernacle, but maybe it's like one Once Upon a Time, and the Stonecoil Serpent, like Andy said last time. Let's try that. It's a little awkward to take a green card out when we're bringing in 4 Force of Vigor, but I think it's probably fine. I could see maybe we like keep the Once Upon a Time and put the Maze back, but I'm gonna try the Maze, I think. Especially if they're on like a Sprite Dragon. We're on probably against 4-color PO. I don't know. I could see the Maze being like pretty good against like Sprite Dragon Blightsteel, which is what I would do if I was the PO player. I don't technically know that they're on PO. Ooh, this is a 6-card hand that's worth keeping, right? They did force bar Once Upon a Time last time. But I mean, it's a guaranteed Vengevine off of Blizzard with an active Vigor against PO. I kind of think that this is probably something we want to keep. Maybe we're not allowed to with the HollowVine deck, but the Hogak Vine deck, I would definitely be keeping this. I think I'm inclined to keep this hand. I don't know exactly when I want a Once Upon a Time. Maybe just in their upkeep. So they can't have anything, like any kind of fluster. Alright, let's try it. My gut instinct says that this is a keep. It can be correct to force once. Chat, how am I so powerful? Is it a loss on a miss with Strip Mine Force against PO? Is that truly a loss? I feel like it's a winnable game. Could be wrong though. I really don't want to force because I want to pitch both these Root Wallas and bring back my Vengevine, but sure. I agree. Maybe it's bad. Maybe I'm thinking, maybe I'm still too much in the Hogak mindset, right? I could just be too much in the Hogak mindset. My Wallas can't be surgical, but the Vengevine can be. That's probably fair. I think I'm probably just too much in like the mindset of HollowVine, which plays out a bit differently. I'm not gonna play around Tabernacle out of PO either, I think. I would rather just get the beats on. Wow. Alright, so this is a change of plans because I want to keep my vigor. So I'm only gonna use one of the root wallas. Interesting. You're probably right. I think it really is just a case of the Hogak deck can keep Once Upon a Time hands way more often than this deck can. See if they have Surgical. They might just have Force. They did have Surgical. Well, now we just play it out. Well, it might we might actually. We have 5 damage. We probably play out the Memnite just because it's a 3-turn clock that way. So they know we have Vigor and Strip Mine. They might have Force too. No. I am going to play this Memnite out just because it's 6 damage instead of 5 damage. And then we don't have to play, like, we don't have to make sure they have a fetch land. Yeah, okay, so it's probably a bad keep then. That's probably fair. Yeah. Oh, that's a good draw. I hate that card. I'm over it. Give me 4 Mental Misstep. I don't want any more Ancestrals resolving. It was cool when there was like 1 Ancestral, sometimes 2 Ancestrals if you like snapped or Yogg-Willed. Now people are casting like 5 Ancestrals in a game because of Mystic Sanctuary and Gush and Daze and that kind of thing. I'm over it, man. I'm so over it, Amir. If there was a 6-card hand that I could keep without a Bazaar, that was definitely the one because it's a guaranteed Vengevine and you have protection with Force of Vigor. Like, I think another one would be something like Hollow One, Force of Will, blue card. Once Upon a Time, Strip Mine. Like, that's another one that I could consider keeping. Like, hands that have a guaranteed power off of Bazaar and some protection and a Once Upon a Time on 6, like, I think it's kind of reasonable. Okay. But yeah, if you're like you don't want to keep like loose hands with Once Upon a Time, like you have London Mulligan, you might as well just go find your Bazaar. I would think that makes the most sense. When I redo that Arknights match, I'm gonna throw the Myrtle into one of those bombs, I think. Like here I don't even think there's a good reason for me to activate Bazaar. I think I would rather just hold up my Vigors and start strip mining them. I'm gonna Wasteland the Tundra to start. I could play my Wasteland, not use it to play around Tabernacle. But if I don't really think PO decks typically play Tabernacle, and if they do, it's a one of. So I think I'm willing to get frisky. Maybe that's like way overly aggressive, and I should be respecting Tabernacle more. I could see that being true, but so they know my whole hand, but I think it's better to use the Wasteland just so I could still strip mine the island if I needed to. They might play like a Lavinia or something, in which case this will turn off the Vigor. And then I would probably like activate Bazaar and cast my Root Walla or something. So looks like it is 4-color PO. We just haven't seen a single Moxen from them. All right, thanks for stopping by. It was a lot of help. Okay. Tinker? Not much we can do there. I could Bazaar into blue card Force. If they boarded in Blightsteel, the Vigor doesn't hit it. But if they boarded in Citadel, they're at 8 and I have a Vigor. But it's likely they boarded in Blightsteel. The awkward part about activating Bazaar here is that if I find a maze, I want to keep my maze. And I want to keep my strip mine. Pretty low chance of finding blue card Force. I think we just let this happen. Let's see how good our opponent is if they brought in Blightsteel. Oh my god. It might be hard to beat. Maze isn't even a great out. Because I do still need to attack through. Serpent's a good one, though. I would have hit blue card Force! This game fucking sucks. I boarded out Serpent, by the way. We don't actually have a Serpent. Oh, they already have Ancestral in the yard. I guess I don't need a misdirection. I don't actually think it's worth taking him off Volcanic here. I would rather take him off that and be able to draw a Wasteland or something, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should have gone for it. I didn't think this was going to happen, right? Like, this is a problem. Maybe they're not Pio and they're just like 4-color Tinker. The Sphinx of the Steel Wind. It's got Pro in my deck. Wind. All right. It's going to be really hard to attack through this, too, once I even get a maze. Kind of shit. Maybe I was supposed to go for blue card Force. Why do they have a Caracas? I mean, I need to keep these so I can use my Bazaar. Yes, I know. I can not die, and then I have to find a way to kill him through on a Sphinx somehow. Not exactly sure how I'm doing that either. Yes, I'm aware. It's not good for the home team. I might be able to, like, go wide enough and then activate a Gaia's Cradle, pumping everything. I don't know, man. I guess we should have, like, went for Force. I don't know. I felt like Blightsteel seemed pretty beatable in that situation where they're at 8 life. And obviously Citadel was beatable. So I don't think there was, like, any really good reason for me to go for Force when it's, like, super awkward with the number of cards I had in hand. Obviously this throws a wrench in all of the plans because it's really good. Oh. I mean, it comes in and out. I don't think it's, like, super good right now. Like, the problem is, like, the decks that this is good against, you're probably already beating with a Tinker if you're playing and like a Blightsteel, right? I don't think this card's that good. I mean, I played it in PO, but I don't really think that this is going to win you very many games that Blightsteel isn't, but I guess here it definitely does. But my deck is not really a very well played deck right now, so. Oh, they hit a Mentor? Okay, we can't beat a Mentor. You're not wrong, but sure. Alright, I need this Stone Coil instead of this Memnite, just so I have another out. We just need a good hand that has counter magic and fast creatures or squeeze or whatever. So should be fine. I do think that typically HollowVine versus PO is a great matchup for HollowVine, so I think you still want Maze, yeah. They clearly don't look like they're on a Sprite Dragon. They might still be good. Trap is fantastic. They're playing Paradoxical Outcome. I mean, they could not be playing Paradoxical Outcome. I just don't think you're playing like 4-color Tinker. Seems weird to be doing so. We haven't seen an Outcome, but I know enough about Vintage to tell you that they're on Outcome. Chalice should be great. Forces and traps and direction and misstep all great. Squeeze incredible. I mean we have this deck is a fucking PO killer. So just need to find a nice hand. All right. Yep. Keep. It's not like the best hand, but it's a bizarre hand with Hollow-1 Vengevine, a force if we draw a blue card. I'm definitely always keeping this hand. We would love to hit like Rootwalla and blue card. Or like Hollow-1 blue card. We hit. Okay. I'm going to pitch the Gaia's Cradle and the Wasteland, and then I am going to cast Probe looking for a Hollow-1, I think. Or like a Memnite or something to bring back my Vengevine. Also give us information on how to play out our forces. So their hand is Hurkyl's Recall, awkward. Tolarian with no artifacts. Volk's Tarn, Probe, Demonic Brainstorm. Interesting. We drew a Maze. I think I'm supposed to hold this Hollow-1. I think I'm supposed to hold the Hollow-1 to give us a better shot of returning this Vengevine. Why is Mage not great for Sphinx? I don't know why that would be the case. It's fine versus Sphinx. It's not fantastic, but... What do you mean? I don't know what you're saying. Their hand's, like, not very good. I would probably... I mean, you might still keep it just because you have Brainstorm, but... They should definitely play out their Scalding Tarn here so they don't get Wastelanded. I mean, we would just, like, squee until we have a big enough board and then attack out. I don't really want to see the Wasteland. I'm probably pitching it. It's just an out. We had 0 outs, now we have one kind of sus out. So, I mean, it's not great, sure. It's not great, but... You would have played the hollow one there? I think that's greedy. It's such a low probability we hit a creature to return Vengevine, or 2 creatures to return Vengevine. We like probably never get the Vengevine out. That's my worry, right? Like, we're definitely probably pitching this maze at some point in this game. I just wanted it there for, I mean, what do we board out instead of it? Like a Memnite? So the Memnite would have been lethal. Or it could have been a Once Upon a Time. You're just playing Academy and you drew an Opal. Okay. You're gonna Brainstorm? Sure. It's not like it's more about putting attacking permanents into play over the longer term. I just like think we may never get the Vengevine in play if we play the hollow one on turn 1, right? That's my concern. That's interesting. Maybe I think maybe we probably have to play the hollow one now, but I guess this Chalice is gonna get Hercles, which is really fucking annoying. I don't really think they're supposed to leave Hercles in their deck, but like I think I have to pitch Maze, Caracas, Force, play Chalice, Wasteland there. I still think you need to Wasteland this Tolarian. This is just so awkward because their hand is just so awkwardly bad that it's actually just fucking with me. I still think I'm supposed to do this, like, because they have the Hercles. I'm going to play the hollow one out. They're probably going to return it to my hand eventually anyways, so I guess technically I could force it if I wanted to, but unlikely. We really needed to find, like, a free creature and a squee off of that Bazaar. Like, the cards we hit were good cards, but, like, not very good for us there. Like, am I supposed to activate here? Probably not. Maybe when they Hercles us, we'll be able to play our Vengevine out. So I definitely lost 4 damage from this hollow one, which is really unfortunate. So they ended up not cracking this Tarn, so their Brainstorm didn't do anything. That's kind of nice. Yeah, I mean, I know, I get that. Oh, they didn't play the Volcanic that I know about? Kind of weird. Looks like they're gonna Hercles me. Also kind of weird. I don't know why I activated. It was really bad. But I guess we have all kinds of things now. I think we're getting end of turn Hercles, which I'm gonna probably let resolve. I could force it. I didn't even get Hercles. Okay. Misdirect, it sounds bad. I mean, it's okay, because I have a Chalice. They should have a Volcanic in their hand. What are they doing? Just play the Volcanic. Why are you not playing this Volcanic? Why is there a Caracas still in your deck? I don't understand. They didn't crack off Brainstorm. They didn't crack off Brainstorm. They never cracked off Brainstorm. I really need more cards, though. All right, now I have double force, so this should be good enough. They still won't Hercules me. Yeah, it also gives that. Yeah, I guess it's fine. I think we probably are doing it. They're still not doing it though. Maybe they're only gonna do it on lethal. It's pretty weird. Well, I don't feel super good right now, even though I know 3 of their 5 cards. But they have like 6 looks for new cards here if they want to crack. They don't want to crack. They found what they want. There's the Volk. This is so much mana. I assume this is happening on my end step. It's P.O., bro. It's P.O. Should I attack first? Probably. If they bounce, then I have way more to work with. Like, they have to counter this on the way back down, right? Should I just not do anything and just let them bounce this back to my hand? 7 cards, and then I just play a counter game, and then on my turn, then I just go for the Vengevine lethal? Or are they just not going to Hercules this turn, maybe? Like, I think this just resolves. And I have like a million cards in hand, and then next turn I just find a creature and bring back a Vengevine. Kind of awkward. So I pitch the trap. And then try to draw more blue cards. Worst. They have 2 unknowns and a DT. Alright, that targets me. Thank you for 3 cards. I appreciate it. Okay, so we have lethal next turn. I still have a force, and I could have a force plus a trap if I draw well. Pretty sure we're in a fantastic spot. Maybe I'll try to split my round 4. And that way we can play the challenge. I don't know. I have to win, though. I have to win. Let's focus on winning first. This could definitely go poorly. They know they're top 3. They might crack away. Well, the thing is, Jake, if I only draw 1 blue card, then I'll have force and trap. So it's definitely better to keep trap. The problem is if they Hercules and save the 4 life, I just replay the Chalice. And it's a twofold thing where they want to pick my Chalice up and pick, it's not actually about the hollow one. They're Herculesing my Chalice. They went to 1, so they no longer can force anything. They could have Pyroblast though, I guess. Spin on your upkeep with the Caracas, maybe? I guess if they have a Mentor, it's pretty good. But the big reason to keep Mindbreak Trap is if my Bazaar only draws 1 blue card, I only have 1 card for force. My Bazaar could draw 0 blue cards, and then I'm real sad, but All right. What do you got, opponent? They played an interesting game and sideboarded interesting cards. Don't know how I feel. Now our Root Walla is actually lethal. I don't even need to return the Vengevine. So I can play around Surgical too. Time Walk. They don't have... They only have Fluster up. I'm just gonna force this guy. This runs into Misstep, I guess, technically, but then I can... They can't force it back. They have to have Fluster. And now they're gonna die to this lizard. This is the lizard. Get in there, lizard. Show no mercy. Does this look like the face of mercy? 13 months, not me. Ooh, you're a powerful wizard. Thank you for the resubscription. Utilizing that September. If you guys didn't know, you can pay less money for subs and Twitch doesn't take more, or they take less and I get more. It's great for me and it's great for you because you get emotes, but it's more great. I can never shield with this. I just can't do it. It's September. I tried so hard. Worst chill ever. Alright, land drop. This is gonna be a Lavinia. Demonic. I just force this. Can I trap it? Alright, just force this. Root Walla time! Yeah! Look at this! Look at his face! Look at it! That was fun. Alright, we got there. And we get to play the next round, so we might be able to finish before the challenge starts. Oh, we're killing it. We are killing it. None of these are the right buttons. And now I don't have to play any more of these qualifiers. That does kind of ruin my content plans for the weekend, but we'll take those. Oh! Subbing with the Twitch Prime. Zuchi, 2 months. You're a powerful wizard. Thank you very much. Look at that powerful wizard emote. You can get, look at all these emotes. Look at them all. Look, you can get an oof. PAX is Penny Arcade Expo. It is a Northeast video game convention, or like kind of just like a nerd culture convention. They typically host Magic content, or typically host some amount of Magic tournaments. It's being run just like Gen Con was run, by Pastimes and online. So I don't know. I just felt like playing in it. Oh, Dan also with the 3-0? It's a good day for the boys. It is a good day for the boys. I can actually, if I actually hit Dan, we actually can split. What does the prize payout look like for this thing? $108 and $54, $162, $131, or sorry, 81 out of 54 and 108.